What's the best euphemism for telling people that they're stupid? Sharp as a marble. That one. It's impossible to underestimate you. Couldn't pour water out of a boot with instructions on the heel. My teacher said I was as quick as a glacier. I think I saw this one here previously. You aren't the biggest idiot in the world, but you better hope they don't die. At this point, you can only impress me. The wheel's spinning, but the hamster's dead. His train of thought is still boarding at the station. Edit. Yes. Calvin and Hobbes. Holy shit, this blew up. One of my personal favorites. They only got 2 brain cells and both of them are fighting for 3rd place. I would agree with you, but then we would both be wrong. He's so far behind he thinks he's first. In French we sometimes say she doesn't have electricity at every floor. In Greece we say when it was raining brains, you had an umbrella. Lawyer to client who shared detailed attorney-client privilege strategy memorandum with a whole bunch of people, including an adverse party. Client, is there anything you can do to fix this? Attorney, no. You've pretty much waived the privilege and now they know everything. Client, is there any way to put a positive spin on this? Attorney, well, I suppose the judge might buy that. This proves that you lack the mental capacity to form specific intent. If you ever had a clever thought, it died alone and afraid. Edit. Holy crap, I didn't expect this to blow up like it did. RIP. My inbox. One of my all-time favorites is more foam than beer. Edit. Holy shit, I did not expect this to blow up. Thank you all, LOL. My grandpa told me a few times, son, you need lemons to make lemonade and you ain't got no lemons. I laugh every time. I'm guessing you weren't burdened with an overabundance of schooling. Captain Malcolm Reynolds. Useful as a chocolate teapot. He has different talents. You could blow in their ear and they would say thanks for the refill. I like Letterkenny's you're just spare parts. Aren't you, bud? On a Canadian job site. Terry. Having you around is like losing 3 good men. Now I know what Douglas Adams was talking about. A common mistake that people make when trying to design something completely foolproof is to underestimate the ingenuity of complete fools. You're the reason we have warning labels. A village somewhere is missing their idiot. If they fell into a barrel of tits they'd come up sucking their own thumb. Edit. 4 helpful awards. Thank you so much. You're hilarious. And thanks. Everyone else. Once heard someone say, well, he's about as sharp as a sock full of soup. Not the brightest crayon in the box. There are 2 Arabic ones that I abuse. Comma, smartest of his siblings. Comma. When stupidity was distributed, he came back for seconds. I freaking love them. They never open their mouths without subtracting from the sum of human knowledge. Well, pardon me, Mom, but what you don't know could fill a warehouse. Courtesy of Bart Simpson. Edit. The act of pure destruction is delivered. 224. What you don't know could fill a warehouse. YouTube. https://www. YouTube.com watch. V equals -59 as AQRKY. I'm encumbered by the thought process. Bless your heart is a common southern subtle slap. Mayo, I had a teacher that would always say keep them guessing. Don't open your mouth and prove them right. If your brains were dynamite there wouldn't be enough to blow your hat off. The lights are on, but no one's in. People who would forget to breathe if their bodies didn't do it for them. A little too much chlorine in your gene pool. You're a brick short of a sandwich, or are you professional idiot? Or just a gifted amateur? He needs to carry a plant to make up for the oxygen he's wasting. They would be out of their depth in a parking lot puddle. If you were half as smart as you think you are, you'll be twice as smart as you really are. I wouldn't trust you to sit the right way on the toilet seat. From Rowan Atkinson Live. When dealing with people that have a tech problem and it's clearly a user error, a friend of mine referred to it as a layer 8 problem. The classic network stack has 7 layers. And the last one, layer 7, is called the application layer. Therefore, by extension, layer 8 would be the user layer. So the next time your parents complain their phone is acting up, just tell them it's a layer 8 problem. You must have ironed your brain. Your train of thought is a replacement bus service, isn't it? About as useful as an ashtray on a motorcycle. Useless as a flaccid strap-on. If you were tall as you are stupid, you could drink from the gutter roof's drain pipe. Some person from Florence. Probably. Your parents were siblings, right? Couldn't guess which way an elevator, lift, was going if they had 2 guesses. I don't have any crayons to explain it to you. Saw 2 co-workers going about a task in the worst way I could imagine. I said I believe if there was a harder way to do that you 2 would find it. They didn't get it. In my country we have an expression that when translated literally means you burn coal. You are a mental pedestrian. Few sandwiches short of a picnic. Thick as 2 short planks. Sharp as a spoon. And one of my favorites. He's as dumb as he is cabbage looking. You have interesting opinions. In Poland we say mądry in AskReddit means smart in a different way. I envy the people who don't know of your existence. A teacher in HS once said to a student, you're as subtle as a lead balloon. Like Forrest Gump. But not as lucky. Sharp as a tennis ball. I don't have the time. Or the crayons to explain it to you. God. You're pretty. From the train job. In Firefly. Land, hey, you gonna drink to the Alliance with me? 6 years ago today. The Alliance sent the browncoats running. Pissing their pants. You know. Your coat is kind of a brownish color. Mal, it was on sale. Land, you didn't toast. You know. I'm thinking you one of them independents. Mal, and I'm thinking you weren't burdened with an overabundance of schooling. So why don't we just ignore each other till we go away? If brains were leather, you couldn't make a saddle for a June bug. I think we are unable to understand each other. This thread is gonna be a rare insult generator. Isn't it? It's not so much that you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer. It's more like you're a wooden spoon that somehow made its way into the knife drawer. You're 12 cans short of a 6-pack. I like to say that person is racing glaciers or dead turtles. Room temperature IQ. My fav, it's impossible to underestimate you. About as useful as tits on a bull. They lock up the bleach where you live, don't they? Great one from a Nato post comment. Crosslink, https://www. Reddit. Am I the arsehole comments mkittiator for not helping my sister? UTM medium equals Android app and UTM source equals share it later if I can find it. Not the biggest lintwad in the dryer. Edit clarification of where the comment was made, child comment rather than the actual post, and adding link to the original post. Couldn't even run a bath. She's got a few kangaroos loose in the top paddock. Guess where I'm from? Rocket surgeon. The poor sod suffers from anal cranial inversion. My dad often refers to decisions being made unhindered by any knowledge of the facts. If your brain was a car, it would be in reverse. I don't want to fight you in a battle of wits. I never attack anyone unarmed. Any young man. In Russian we have intelligent thoughts have always followed him. But he was faster. So dense he bends light. Just because stupid is free doesn't mean you should abuse it. You could hide your own Easter eggs. He's blessedly unburdened with the complications of a university education. Laszlo speaking about Nanda the Relentless. In Hindi we call people Dakhan, which literally means a bottle cap. Meaning empty at top. I can explain it again. If you'd like. But I can't understand for you. Your brain must be well rested. Easy. Now. Don't let your brains go to your head. He's a soup sandwich is a recent gem I've heard. Thick as a whale omelette. If you had a brain, you'll be dangerous was my dad's go-to. Strong like bull, dumb like shit. Somewhere out there is a tree whose whole job is replacing the oxygen you waste. Find it and apologize. In India, we call them tuberlite because it takes some time for them to switch on. He is a modest man with much to be modest about. We must have differing views on reality.